This is the Jabra Elite 10. I've been using them for about 4 months now, and honestly, these are probably one of the best contenders for earbuds in the market. But for certain lifestyles, I think these are the best choice, and no other earbud makes more sense than these. Initially, they did not give me a solid first impression. They sounded okay, the design was very brave, and they have this ear tip design that didn't feel like they would stay in my ear. Not to mention, they have physical tactile buttons instead of capacitive touch buttons. But as I started to use them day to day, the thought put behind the design decisions here really started to make more and more sense. I want to talk about the design and build quality first. They're built surprisingly well. They are made out of plastic, but there's this silicone outer shell outside the earbud, and it's not glued on or anything. So when you're pulling from the edges of the button area, feels like you can really take it off. I didn't try. I'll let others figure that out. But I can only imagine how much waxy dust is going to build up in there. But the earbuds are rated for IP57, which means 1 meter of water for 30 minutes. So maybe the wax won't make it to the internals. Regardless, the silicone does make it feel like you could drop them from any height and it would survive. Plus the comfort aspect, which cannot be understated. Which leads me to my next segment. They fit my ear surprisingly well. They're not the same secureness as the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras, but they stayed in my ear just as well, even during intense activities like working out at the gym or going on a bike ride. I could wear them for 6 to 8 hours, no problem. I'm going to talk about the battery life in a second, but just a quick PSA. Not everyone has the same shaped ears, so they probably won't fit you as well as they fit me. So this part of the video is just for referencing. Please purchase at your own discretion. All right, let's talk about the battery life. I'm getting about 6 hours and 30 minutes before the first low battery chime. This is with ANC on, and the frequency of the chimes increase as you approach 0%. They usually died around the 6 hour and 50 minute mark, and that's more than what Jabra claims, so I'm okay with it. However, I haven't tested them with the ANC off, so Jabra claims it's 8 hours, and looks like it's probably possible. The case gives you an additional 2 charges, so that's about 26-ish hours in my testing, but I'm usually charging them way before then, and they do support wireless charging, so that's a convenience. They also turn off automatically after 15 minutes of not being in your ear. This ended up saving me a lot of battery life because I don't usually carry the case, but when I don't, sometimes I'll pull them out of my ear, put them in my pocket, forget about them until I need them again, in which case they're turned off and saving battery, which is really good. Sound quality is a solid 6. They don't sound good, but they don't sound bad either. Jabra knows their audience, so the sound reflects it. They have a lot of bass. The sound stage is good. The instrument separation kind of there. Out of the box, they're very muddy and washed out, but playing around with the EQ, I've found a good balance that gives me the best aspects of the frequencies I prefer. So if you like bassy music, select their bass preset or just play around with the EQ. Having the EQ really does make a difference, but out of the box, they do not sound good. There is a head tracking surround sound feature on it. You could have the surround sound either track your head or not, but it works really well. However, I didn't quite get past the playing around with it phase, but your mileage may vary. Maybe you're into that sort of thing. ANC is a solid 6.5. They do a really okay job reducing noises around like engines or crowds of people. But if I were on a plane, it would do really bad in terms of screaming kids. So it's not the best, but it is something. There's also this wind reduction feature that this has. I want to test it. All right, this is to test the wind reduction feature on the Jabra Elite 10s. I am on a bike. I'm going to be going certain speeds, and I will be testing how bad the wind reduction feature is or how good the wind reduction feature is. I have a slight tailwind, so that might come into play. The wind reduction is basically supposed to be a feature where they don't put through the feedback noise that is played when you are using ANC and or transparency mode. So wish me luck. 3, 2, 1, go. Can't hear it, can't hear it, can hear it. Okay. So starting at 30 miles an hour, you can hear the wind. It stops working at 30. I'm going 40 right now, so I can hear everything. Also, please wear a helmet. Don't go any speeds on a bike with earbuds in. Please don't do this. This is only a test. I'm a professional. All right, let's talk about the earbud app. So, this is probably the best designed earbud app out there. Um, there's nothing special about it. I'm just hyped about it because everybody that makes high-end earphones somehow suck at making apps, which is Bose and Sony. But there's nothing wrong with it. It works well. It has all the controls you need to control about the earbud. You enable or disable features about it. Like it just works. It's really well made. 9 out of 10. $250. That's how much these cost. And for that much, do I recommend these? To most people, no. Most people are going to be fine with a cheaper pair that sound the same but cost less. But I did notice that they sell refurbished models for 160 bucks. Best deal out there. Get these. For 160 bucks, you can't beat them. Bye. That's how much I paid for these pair of earbuds. Okay.